What is up, you guys? It's your boy DJ Lil back with another tutorial. Let's talk about output plugin called Arcade today. But before we get into that, if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe and hit that notification button for more, and make sure you leave us a comment and give this video a thumbs up just to keep the channel going. Now, without wasting more time, let's get down to business. Alright guys, so we up here and this is Arcade. This is actually how it looks like. Now they have put new features into the new update. I'm sure there's another update coming up this month because this is a subscription program and you pay at the end of the month. So once you do that, you get access to all the new samples they have loaded and all the plugins and all the instruments they have loaded that month. You download them and they'll be available in your Arcade, offline or online. So at this point I'm offline and I've got already a bunch of sounds that I've already downloaded and are in here. Now one thing I've liked about this plugin is when you want to sample about any song, right? So what it does is once you import the song into the plugin, it will tell you the key of that song, where the original key when it was made, and then you have possibilities to just generate it as your own new patch, and it'll tell it'll chop that audio for you into pieces just like this. If you open it like this, all you have to do is go to your sample pack and just drag a pack and throw it in there, and then it will load that patch and it will keep that stuff into your patches, which is your samples. You go to your stuff and then you find your sample kits, your note kits and your samples. That's where you find that song. And as you can see here, it brings about the tempo of the song and the key of that song as well, so you know exactly what it is. But I feel like you want to change it into something of your own and do some mess up, do some creative on that. Alright, so this sample right here on the face is about 57 BPM, I guess. They didn't put any key here. I guess it hasn't loaded yet, but here's what I mean. If you generate this kit, it'll process it, it'll slice that audio for you and make it easy for you to use it. So once you're here, let me bring up my on string keyboard to make it easier. There. Okay, let's see. So as you can see right here, it has already chopped all those things and it has brought effects for me to add. You can see I can select any piece of effects I want here, whether I want a vintage texture, sand and grid thing, it's really entirely up to you, so you can transform that loop. For now, let's keep it dry so you can compose nicely and hit nicely. Let's see. So I think this is the full loop up here. But mind you, this song was in 57 BPM, but now we're on 95 BPMs. So it will automatically sync this audio into the tempo that you want to play it in. Automatically it does it for you, and then you don't have to worry. And I can go ahead here and change the key of this thing to anything that I like. E flat major maybe. Let's see how that sounds. You notice the change in the key, right? Let me play it in another key so you get the whole idea of it. And as I change that key, believe it or not, the chops also changes the key. You see, so you got chops perfectly made, and you can go ahead add effects up here if you feel like, you know, change it, add your own filter. You see, once you're done with this part, you can go ahead and say save and play. Once you do that, now it's like you saved it. Now you can play it as an instrument and add some extra effects that come with arcade, like this. Because if you play the black notes on your keys, it does trigger effects that are automatically configured already in arcade, and well, they're pretty amazing. I'm talking about beat repeat, I'm talking about reverse, I'm talking about, there's a lot of bunch of things you can do here. Like, okay, for example, let me play the main root here, right? So if I add that with a black key, it will do some magic. Right? So you can do a little bunch of things here, and every black key is a different type of effect. I mean, it's a lot of fun, but hey, I'll leave it up to you. So grab yourself a pair. Can I say pair? Some shit. But anyway, grab yourself a kit, and you can see, mess around with this part, and you can come up with great ideas to start off your song. Maybe build up your song even. Now, that part itself, it's a very huge part. Now, adding to that, you have another section that says all the patches that you have been downloading, they're already saved here. I think you can go search that page. Let me close this for a minute. You go search on those plugins, and then they'll bring you everything that you have downloaded. So these are already downloaded, they're already in my library, right? So you can select any of these and get started. Everything has its own bunch of loops and samples. Really, it just helps you out to build a song up, or maybe to extend a song up. Like for example, let's say you're building chords and and you want to add some sick vocals. Oh, there's some sick vocals in here, you know, those ambient atmospheric type of feel. I don't know, nowadays the urban modern music, there's some vocals that you hear in beats. Well, they are just amazing and sit there nicely, and you wonder how they tune them in key. This is already tuned in key. All you have to do is select what you want to use, and put it in key. Let's do another example though. Let me pick a vocal here from Hooked. Let's take any. If we don't like it, we say next. Yeah. Alright, so I've picked this Hooked patch, ultimate time, something like that. Well, so let me bring my on-screen keyboard right here. If I play, so these vocals are very lovely, and ooh, they can just transform your beat. And well, don't just use them too much. Anyway, you experiment on this. Get it? Experiment on this. Now, here's the thing. If you're composing a song in a certain key, all you have to do is come back down here and select that particular key, because these already come with their own key that they were made into. Like it's F sharp, and my beat that I'm making here, yeah, it should be a B, a G, should be a G minor. Okay, let's check that. So I'll go up here to my scales and chords and just check. So it's A flat minor. Well, I'll go back there, I'll put A flat minor, which is, I'll say F flat and change here to minor. Well, F flat minor, which is also G sharp. Then I'll say G sharp minor, right? Then I put that, and well, we're good to go. Hold on, I've got a little bit of latency there. Let me just go ahead and input my drivers, the buffer. Let me put it up here. So let me drop even the synth a little bit so you can hear what's happening here. Let's drop the gain a little bit. Let's drop the gain of that and this a little bit. Okay, let's go. So as you place the actual keys and place the black keys, like I said, they trigger type of certain effects that I just want to transform your thing very nicely and deeply. Now from there, that goes as much as just selecting your thing. There's loops in here, drums, whatever, percussions, hi-hats. I mean, the list is endless, and I'll leave that for you guys to, go ahead and experiment. Of course, there's also a bunch of other things that I didn't even go through yet, but let me give you an idea of what's up. So once you go down here, and you can see it brings out a layout of some other things over here. So if you place just here in the blank, place it with a left click, it opens this window right here, which you will find a lot of other effects as well. We're looking at filter, sort of like EQ, so it's filter. We have filter here. You can cut the low end, maybe the upper end, maybe leave the middle, sort of like a phone effect, something like that. I mean, you can do that to every piece right here, because if you place a piece, it'll bring different settings: release, attack, volume. There's also speed up here. You can change that particular trigger only, that section only. You can change it, the speed, and whatever you want to send there, the send effects right here. And if you go up here, there's even the modifier edit, where you can go ahead and go into the deeper settings of it, the swings, the length, the steps, whatever, mute some, leave some, something like that. You go to the next in the mixer, where you can also add several type of effects, sends, control them, pan them, control the volume. The pans are right here, and onto every send and whatnot. So here is the drop down menu, where you can also insert your own type of effects that you want to trigger on that surface once you go to the main menu on that surface that I was tracing before. But hey, I'll leave this as well for you guys to experiment. So it's a huge thing that we're talking about here. There's even more duration. You go there, change a lot of things out here, and man, it's just a bunch of creativity out here. Whatever you can imagine, you can definitely do with this type of plugin. And there's the macro, and haven't really gotten this far and see what these guys really do, but I'm assuming these are the knobs up front. Up front right here, because I can see there's the pump here, there's the mod verb, there's the hype. Now if you go right there, back there, and go to the micro, that's what's up. And the end is playback settings, which is you go speed up and quantize, input quantize, and all that out. I'm saying get this plugin, get to experience with it, and see what you can do with it. And I'm telling you, it will just transform the way you make your music. Most people just think it's just loops and all that, but hey, there's more to it than just loops and manipulating those loops and everything, right? So I think let's stop there for today, and you only know a plugin once you try it out. So get this plugin, try it out. You'll be surprised of what you can really achieve. But hey, before you go, make sure you subscribe and remember to leave us a comment once you try this plugin out. And yeah, you guys stay blessed.
I need you.